Mansfield in the morning.
Today being Workers' Day, I feel for many people we've, in the past, as Sam did this morning, moaned about working. But I think some of us are longing to go back to work. I know I'm really missing my congregation, and I will never moan again on a Sunday morning when that alarm goes off and it's still dark. I've come to realize what a privilege it is to share my life with others. And talking about alarms going off, as we approach the lockdown, some alarms went off for some people as they realized they'd been closed in with their significant other for at least 3 weeks. Now we know it's been 5 weeks. And I got all the calls. People were very worried about being locked down. But there is good news, and Jeremy sent this to me in the week, and it's an interesting article from Sky News. It was a poll on significant relationships. Unfortunately, it was based in the UK, not here, but it's still very interesting. The data collected and published last week shows that despite being sadder and more anxious, Britons are building better bonds with those around them. 19%, 1 in 5, said the lockdown had strengthened their relationship with their spouse. 23% said their relationships with their children were better, and just over a quarter said they were friendlier with their neighbours. So that to me is really good news, and it's an indication of what the virus is doing for us, making us recognise the importance of other people. A psychologist, Honey Lancaster-James, said the lockdown is having this positive effect on some because in terms of social psychology, we know about group dynamics, and there's a shared enemy or an external other. This leads to an increase in collective cohesiveness. So if we can bond together against one other, then we have this increased cohesiveness. And add to this our sense of shared values, as we obviously overtly engage in a joint purpose and a shared perception that we're all part of something bigger and on a common mission, and you have a whole host of powerful predictors for increased relationship satisfaction. So for me, that's good news, and it makes sense. And at the moment, our common enemy is the virus, and I hope it stays that way. So often in my experience, we gather together against a common enemy, and it might be another person. I don't know how many of you read that Setwork book that we all had. It was a ghastly book, Lord of the Flies, where they vilified Piggy. I'm hoping that as a country, we can use this in a positive sense and stay united as we unite against this common enemy, COVID-19. And included in this, could we perhaps not unite against poverty, corruption, poor education? Because being united against common enemy is very powerful, and we all have a role to play. Secondly, I feel we need to see that all of us are needed. We're all needed to pull our weight, pool all our gifts and talents, and recognize that we're part of something much bigger, preventing the spread of this virus and eradicating it, as it no longer has any hosts, and then, more importantly perhaps, rebuilding our economy. So as you celebrate Workers' Day in whatever way is possible for you and in whatever way you choose to, maybe spend a little time thinking about how you can help in your community, help in this country. What is it that you can contribute to rebuilding our economy? One of the best ways to feel better about ourselves is to help other people, and I think we all know that. So as we unite against a common enemy, I hope it will improve relationships between all people in the country, and we will see that our diversity is in fact our strength. Have a wonderful Workers' Day. May God bless and protect you and all those you love. Thank you for listening.
Thank you,
Shona.
Thank you.
Here it comes! It's Mansfield in the morning. Driven by Sandown Motors, your Mercedes-Benz partner. On